Hey out there, YouTube. So, 50-year-old YouTuber back at it again. So, it's been a while. I think my first video was July, and I was talking about my plan on the different channels that I was trying to launch because I was doing the scattershot method, which I still am doing now. But I'm beginning to see the limitations of that. Part of the problem that I have is I have a very fragmented practice as far as it comes to like what my thought process is. And so I have these different topics that I could speak on passionately and that I'm relatively educated about and that I'm interested in learning more about. And that is probably the most important thing is that stuff that I not only would I be willing to research, but I already do research. Those are the niches you want to get involved in. So I still have the multiple niches. I still have one on digital parenting, on beauty, fitness, and life over 50, a karate one. Um, let's see. Oh, and I also have my more professional work topic one. So upshot is that this channel, believe it or not, actually performed not too badly so far. And when I say not too badly, like one video, my only video for this channel got 7 views. I know, like shocker. Um, but it's more than what I expected because I really didn't spend any time on this channel at all, at least not yet. So I'm hoping to put in more details, and I'm learning more about the analytics more and more. So it's been a solid month since I posted last. But what I have been doing is I've been learning from other creators and how they dissect their analytics. Now, granted, you need to have a decent amount of data to dissect, to understand things. And that's where my learning process is. So currently, I've been using tools like Opus clips to help me with shorts. I'm really not doing any kind of fancy editing yet. I do have hopes that later on in the future that I will get into doing better editing. Also got to work on this background. It's not the most it's not the loveliest background for filming. And also coming up with a schedule. So during my work year, when I got started last year, I was filming on Tuesdays and Fridays, editing on Saturdays, and usually posting on the weekend or scheduling my posts out. Well, once work starts up for me again, I'm going to need to adjust that schedule, and I will have to do batch recordings. And even if it's like spending an hour or so doing recording 4 different topics, and this is where it gets inefficient, recording 4 different topics and then scheduling those out to go in those channels where I could be recording 4 different topics for one channel. And really scheduling that out. And so it's really going to be a gut check moment to see what is going to work out best. I have 2 kids in high school. They're both involved in sports. I work a full-time job when September hits. And I do a lot of work for my job after school hours. That's because, I love what I do. So how is it going to work? I'm not sure. We're going to find out. But the most important thing I've learned time and time again from every person that I'm following regarding starting off in YouTube is your first videos are going to suck. They're not going to be very good at all. And you're just going to need to be okay with that. Don't wait to be an expert in anything before you get started. So clearly I am not an expert in this, in video editing or any of that, but I am doing my thing by getting started. And consistency is really, 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 really important. And so that's what I'm going to have to figure out, like, where am I going to put all the eggs in which baskets? Am I going to continue to try and do 5, or am I going to whittle it down? So I don't know. It really depends on which one is going to perform better. Not sure. And I'm curious to see which one is going to be stickier. I don't know what that's going to be yet either. So we'll see. I can see that Football Mom is probably going to have a very short shelf life, even though it's something that's very relevant in my life right now. And the dojo, Enter the Dojo, is I have to change the name because it competes with actually a parody channel that's out there that has the same name. I should have thought about that before I named it, thinking that, yeah, more than one person's going to try and pun off of Bruce Lee's movie. So I need to have a different name for that channel. And I think that channel is a really specific niche and might do well. And it also could be really helpful for my husband's school, like for new students that come in, to give them a sense of the culture and any reviews or techniques that they might need help with. I think that might be really go well too. The digital parenting, I think, is going to, whether it performs well or not, I think it's something that's very necessary, and it's something that I do have some kind of expertise in, and so does a colleague of mine. And so we'll be working on that one together. And it's nice to have somebody to offload some of that work with. And the Midlife Maven one, that's the one that's very personal to me. And I think that that will be hopefully the most helpful, because it will have to do, I'm not editing my dog barking. You're going to deal with that. It has to do with this journey of going through midlife, but staying strong and trying to live as vibrantly as possible. And I'm somebody who trains consistently, and I am very conscious about my nutrition and just a lot of things. So I'm hoping that that one will be very helpful. And all of these, that's my ultimate goal, besides the experiment to see how to get monetized and which one would get monetized, is the content genuinely and generally helpful? And that means a lot to me. So just a quick update. There was 7 people out there that saw that video that have not heard since. So I just figured I'd post this update, and hopefully this will be more consistent. I hope to do, a weekly, once I get myself in my schedule, like a weekly snapshot of how the channels are performing and the road to monetizing. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope you all have a good one.